Okay, 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 okay.
Alright, so I wanted to share something embarrassing because I feel that I guess in order for us to build a very good relationship, I have to be a little bit vulnerable. So that's why I wanted to share this embarrassing moment that I had. And at the same time, I'm going to post more of these moments of being a Flutter developer in my newsletter in the description down below. So let's get on with the video.
So this happened during my internship in a tech startup where I was working as a app developer. Let me give you some context. I went through a programming bootcamp that teaches me full stack development in Ruby on Rails. Then after that, I went through an internship in an education company that teaches programming in game development and data science. And during the internship in the education company, I discovered Flutter and I love it. Love it. No. Uh, and after 1 month of learning Flutter, I managed to get an internship in the startup that I'm working as a Flutter developer. It was during the first month of the internship, and I was getting used to how the culture, the work culture is, the startup culture is, and the development flow of building or developing the app. As what normal people do in their job, I started working on the app and progressively learned more about Flutter. So I was tasked to create one part of the app, which is one app screen. And after finishing the app screen, maybe after a few days or maybe 1 week later, I need to integrate the data into the app. So there was also one more Flutter developer inside the tech startup, and he just joined maybe 2 months or 2 weeks before I joined as an intern. So let's call this person Bob. So I asked Bob, hey, do you know how to integrate the data into the Flutter app? And Bob replied, so you need to integrate the data using the REST API that we have currently in our development thingy. And I was like, what's a REST API? Yes, I have not worked with an API before. I went through a programming bootcamp that teaches me full stack development in Ruby on Rails, teaches programming in game development and data science. I was so embarrassed as I was hired as a software developer intern, and I didn't know the basics of implementing a simple API into the Flutter app. So I was expecting like some, snark comment or some ridiculing, like maybe passive ridicule, like maybe, wow, how they hire you, sia? They close eye hire. He was French. It's not even, he doesn't even know Singlish, but that's beside the point. However, Bob replied, nah, it's okay. So I'm going to pass you an article that I'm just going to search and pass it to you. So you can just read up on the REST API, the basics of it. Then I can, guide you or just show you the ways on how to like implement the API. Why am I doing things with my hands? How he replied to me was something that was like unexpected, because I honestly thought I would get ridiculed, but in the end he just went and solved the problem of me not knowing what a REST API is by just educating me. And that was something that I learned on that day, to not just judge so fast but actually just help the people in need, like my dumb ass self. For those tech lead, smart people, or those in the leadership role, you can learn something from this, where if someone asks something that you think is a stupid thing, maybe have some empathy towards them and just educate them instead, not ridiculing them or even scolding them. Doesn't do any good and it's not productive. If we all do that as people who are in leadership roles or managerial roles or executive roles, then I think life or humanity would be so much better. So this is just one of my ridiculous experience that I have as a Flutter developer who had worked in a tech startup before. This is just one of many experiences that I had when I was working as a Flutter developer. So if you want more of these like moments, funny moments, experiences, yeah, you can sign up to a newsletter that I have just created here. The link is in the description, and I will share, funny moments, ridiculous moments, things that I've learned in a tech startup, how to be a better co-worker or a better Flutter developer, some clean code tips, or alive as a Singaporean startup developer. Sign up for the newsletter. So that's it. What is your embarrassing moment that you had in your workplace that you're currently in, or your previous experience in your previous companies that you worked before? Leave it in the comment section down below, because I don't want to be the only person being embarrassed. So yeah, stay safe, have a nice day, bye bye.